I think what surprised me most about the collab was the framing sessions, the actual perception that the consumer had of the bank. It wasn't a surprise that they didn't value as much. We've heard that for a long, long time. But what did surprise me is that they thought we should be more intuitive because we knew what their spending habits were, that we knew where they were spending the money and how they were spending the money, and that we should be leveraging that information to help them. And we thought that was more intrusive and something that Big Brother or what have you might think. And I think that we're basically saying, they're telling us it's okay, use it. Use it to help me.
As far as any aha moment, I think that realizing the disconnect between how we thought we were perceived by our customers and then hearing what they told us about ourselves was probably an aha moment for me.
And to hear customers oftentimes talk about what they want and knowing that we have those things, I think was something. I think what helped me, or what dawned on me, was we have a lot of the things they're asking about. We're just not delivering them in a way in which it's relevant to them. Or we're not asking the right questions to trip on understanding what's important to them.
I was surprised at members who I interviewed in our financial center, and we only have 2 of them, in our financial center, that didn't know we had certain products and services available. They were saying, if we could have this, this is what we want. And I'm thinking, we do have this. What's missing?
You have to know your customer, which is something that I spent the last year with the collaborative, learning how to know our customer. And it's not easy, but if you can learn what your customer values and provide that, then you start to create some relevance.
I think what I had more was a moment of excitement where I started to realize that we were onto something with know-how and that it was sustainable and it was also scalable. For me, what I was concerned about in going through the collab is that we would come out with a solution that might carry us through 2015 or the next couple of years, and then another group would come in and try to come up with an idea to carry us further. I think know-how is a well that you can continue to go back to, because information is something that customers will always need, and we are in a position to provide it. And we may not know what information they'll need 20 years from now, but we know that there will be some need for that. So if we get really good at know-how and we get to the point where we are considered to be the place to go, then we don't have to continue to reinvent ourselves every 3 or 4 or 5 years.
It surprised me in the collaborative that we, the 12 of us, came from very different backgrounds all across the country, but that we still had many of the same concerns, challenges, and opportunities regardless of the size of our bank, from much smaller than $1 billion in assets to much larger than $1 billion in assets. The foundation, the concerns were all the same.